Today, we'll look at the properties of negatives. So, the properties of negatives will be slightly connected to the distributive property. So, the definition that will be explicit on is that if I have A, B, C, and they all belong to the real number system, I can write this property in this form where I have C times, and inside this parentheses I have A plus or minus B. And if I distribute over this, so my C will be multiplied with A, and I can say plus or minus C times B. This gives me a way of describing the properties of how negatives will come into play. So let's look at an example to clarify what I mean by this. So let's say I have 2 times A minus 3. So there's a little bit more steps to this process, but we see that the initial connection is utilizing the distributive property to put these two operations together, multiplication, addition, or subtraction, and then rewriting this in this form, but then we'll further express it through the properties of turning this into a negative. So let's rewrite this as 2 times A minus 2 times 3. Good? Now, this will equal to 2A minus 6. And then, to make it a little bit more proper, I'll say that 2 plus negative 6. So this is sort of the key point, is that this becomes my negative. Okay, so this gives me a way of talking about the negative that's happening inside of this operation. So it gives me a little bit more clarity to describe how negatives can be captured, right? Let's look at one more example. Let's say I have 1/2 times x, and then let's say minus 4. So I will distribute this. So 1 times x minus 1/2 times 4. And then now this equals to 1/2 x. And then I'll say plus, and then I'll put negative 4 over 2. Good? And then this gives me my negative.